Hey everyone, what is going on? So I have another video for you today, and I know the names and the IVs are not on here. It's a work in progress. Give me some time and I will get it on there. But this team was suggested to me by a friend of mine, so definitely go ahead and check him out on Twitter. He's an amazing battler, really strong, and he hit legend with this team. He went 34 and 6, I believe it was, from like the 2600s to legend. Absolutely insane. I gave the team a try and it worked well for me. This is a Shadow Hypno, and Shadow Hypno is running the Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball. So generally with the team, and I spoke to him about it, what you want to do is win switch at all costs with Hypno, and then the back line, it's super bulky. It usually does well against whatever the opponent has in the back. Even if you go down shields, you do want to win the lead with Hypno. If you happen to go up against a Lickitung in the lead, that's basically the only time you switch out into your own Lickitung. Because that's a really bad lead, but keep in mind there's no dark types, so Confusion uses a really good like Oranguru and Hypno. But I've rambled on long enough. Let's go ahead and dive right into some battles that I did. So again, huge shout out to my friend. So Shadow Hypno into Defense Deoxys. So this is looking pretty good because we do have Shadow. Now, you could bait against the Deoxys if you choose to. I would say they are expecting the Shadow Ball, right? I certainly would be expecting the Shadow Ball. But I haven't been baiting. So I do take one attack, see what it is. You can survive a Thunder Bolt, you can survive a Rock Slide. I go ahead and go straight for the Shadow Ball. Now in this situation, my opponent actually doesn't shield, so it's a good thing I do go straight for it. Now I'm going to go ahead and bait, expecting my opponent to shield this because I do have the energy and they do shield it. Can I make it to another Thunder Punch? You know what? I could have gotten it off. I should have went for it, but I tried, got greedy, and I went for the Shadow Ball and I didn't make it. But that's okay because I bring in Lickitung. So my Lickitung, it's a rank 128, not the best. I do have a rank 7, and I do have enough XLs for it, but I didn't build it yet for some reason. I don't know why. But either way, my Lickitung will be able to get off this Power Whip. And that will be enough to pick up the shield, and I do bring in the Toxapex. Now, this Dewgong does have Icy Wind. It also has Drill Run. Actually, I didn't even call the bait. I knew I could take multiple Drill Runs, so I just let it go. So, no need to shield that. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one though, and unfortunately it is another Icy Wind. Again, I could have let it go even if it was a Drill Run, so perhaps a mistake on my end. But I am going to go ahead and get off the Sludge Wave, not doing too much damage. Now I do let this one go, and it is going to be a Drill Run. So as you can see, Toxapex is the king of bulk. This whole team is bulky, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get off the Sludge Wave, hoping it's enough to KO. I am double debuffed, and it is enough to, in fact, KO. So I bring in Lickitung. Bringing in Lickitung may have been a mistake because I didn't get as many licks to it, but we're still looking good. We both CMP at the move, and I do have a shield, so I'm going to be able to take this one, and that is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. So as I said, my friend did hit legend with this team, and it's a great team. And I did well with it. I'm in the 2700s. I might try it again. I might try something else. We'll see. But next up, Hypno into Lickitung. So a really bad lead. As I said, if there's a Lickitung in the lead, you do have to save swap into your own Lickitung. They do respond with the Dunsparce, which is not great for the Lickitung because the licks are double resistant, which is not good, right? You don't like that. Charmander doesn't like it either. So, but you can take these drill runs like a champ, right? But they do come out relatively fast, and the body slams are not doing too much damage. I'm going to go ahead and get off another body slam. I'm not really throwing at the best timing, to be honest. I think I could have won this matchup if I threw at better timing. But it is what it is. Dunsparce is going to be able to get off an attack. It's going to be a drill run. Totally fine. I live that. They actually got off another one. I'm going to go ahead and let this one go because I still live this. And I go for the Power Whip. Because I didn't think I would make it to another Body Slam, but I still think... Which one does more? I'm not sure. They actually throw an attack, which is good because I couldn't make it to another move. If I threw a Body Slam, I would have been able to. So unfortunately, maybe I could have flipped that, but again, I let a couple moves go through, a couple of rollouts. So not good on my end. But either way, Cresselia is coming in. I don't expect Future Sight, but Grassnot is still neutral towards me. So I'm going to go ahead and take this attack right now. Gonna be that grass knight yet. I don't expect Future Sight in this format. It could be a thing, but I haven't seen it yet with all the Cresselia that I battle. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off the brine. Basically going for the bait. I didn't think they would. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because they probably expected the harder hitting move. So I was like, well, maybe they'll shield, but no. I think they're just gonna save their shields, right, for the Lickitung. And I do think that makes the most sense. I'm gonna go ahead and get off my Sludge Wave. My opponent is going to go ahead and get off an attack. But that Lickitung is too healthy, too bulky, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I realize that, and I just surrender. Plus, my opponent still has 2 shields, so good game. Moving on, Shadow Hypno into Venusaur. You absolutely love to see it. The Confusions are doing super effective damage. So definitely going to be able to win that matchup. Out comes Dugong. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Thunder Punch first, so we'll start off with the Thunder Punch, and then I think I go into my Lickitung. I do. So now I should just be able to throw Body Slam won't be enough to KO, especially after the debuffs, right? And my opponent will be able to get off another debuff, but maybe with the Licks, it will put it in Body Slam range. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, and I think I throw before they get to another one. Yeah, I do throw the Body Slam. It should, even though I'm double debuff, it should still KO. Wanted to get low. Venusaur actually didn't KO because of the double debuff. But the thing about the Venusaur is, can it really farm down Lickitung at this health? It would likely have to shield, right? Because I'm so bulky. My defense was not lowered. So I'm going to go ahead and go for another one. And I'm getting it low. So, like, yeah, that could be able to farm me down. But they do want to save that energy, which makes sense. So I do go for the Power Whip now. I am debuffed, so I probably should have switched out before going for the Power Whip, but I get a shield anyway. And then I go into Toxapex, and Toxapex can go for Brine. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one, and it is the Meteor Beam, so that is a good shield. My opponent could have baited me there, but against a super bulky Pokemon like Toxapex, do you really bait? It really depends. But at least they did not bait. My opponent is going to go ahead and throw in another attack. And I think I let this one go. And I think they actually do bait this time. Yeah, I wasn't even expecting the bait. I was just like, you know what? I survived it. So I let it go. This one I'm thinking it will be Meteor Beam, but I still let it go. And it is Meteor Beam, not enough to KO. Toxapex is an absolute beast. If you're looking for both, this team might be the team for you. That will pick up the shield, so now I can go into Hypno. Out comes Venusaur. It immediately goes down to 1 Confusion. And that is going to be a good game, very well played to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Here we go. Shadow Hypno into Froslass. So you actually beat the Froslass. They're always going to throw Avalanche, for the record. They're not going to throw Shadow Ball. At least I don't expect it. But you still don't want to take it. You still want to respect it. You still want to shield because you do want to win this matchup. As I mentioned earlier in the video, with this team, you do want to win switch, but my opponent actually switches into Lickitung. Now, there's no direct response to Lickitung. If there's a better play, something else I should have done instead of throwing the Thunder Punch first. Should I have switched first? Should I have went into my own Lickitung? I didn't want to. I wanted to save my Lickitung for that Froslass, right? And I am down a shield, which is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one, and it's gonna be a Body Slam, totally fine. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my Sludge Wave, not expecting a shield because Lickitung is super tanky. It's super thick, but they do actually shield. So I guess maybe they're fighting for switch, but I'm actually okay with even letting them get switch. So I'm just going to let this go. Is it going to be enough to knock me out? It is not, and I do get to the Sludge Wave. So that is huge. Will my opponent commit the shield right now? They will not commit the shield, so I do take switch there, and out comes Froslass. I'm going to go ahead and switch out right away and go for the Thunder Punch. I do go into my Hypno because I know I have a Lickitung in the back. They let that go. It doesn't KO. Imagine throwing the Shadow Ball. It would have knocked out. But I can shield this and KO the Froslass. And the Froslass does go down. We'll see what's in the back. It's double normal. There's a lot of double normal teams. For some reason, I throw in CMP. I don't know why. I know Hypno loses that. But I know Drill Run doesn't KO anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. At least I didn't think it did. It almost did. But I did pick up the shield there, which is good. So now it's going to be my Toxapex. And I'm trying to get to a move. They do throw, which is good. I could have gotten to a Brine if they didn't throw. So it will be my Lickitung versus Dunsparce. And the licks are going to be double resisted, but the body slams are going to come out too fast. They're already at half health, so Lickitung is going to be able to take this game. The drill run's not going to do too much damage, not at all. So I'm going to be able to just charge up. I have 2 ready to go. First one coming out hot. This one is going to connect, and this attack coming in from the Dunsparce. This is fine, no problemo. I'm going to be able to throw the Power Whip. A Body Slam would have been enough though, but I just threw the Power Whip. And this is going to be enough to KO that Dunsparce, and that is going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. Yeah, if you like tanky teams, this might be the team for you. All 3 of these Pokemon, I've already mentioned it, but they're super tanky. Hypno into Deoxys. Okay. So as I mentioned, I usually, this one. I actually get a head start here because my opponent, I guess, was lagging. At least that's what it appeared to be. I'm going to go ahead and go straight Shadow Ball. Now, most of the Deoxys I battled, all of them but that one did shield. So, it's up to you whether or not you want to bait or not. But usually I don't bait. Well, I haven't been at least. Another attack coming in. I am going to go ahead and shield this because, again, I do want to win. I do want to win Switch. And I want to see if they try and catch, and they are going to go for the catch out from the Dunsparce. I'm going to go ahead and throw a Thunder Punch. Now, what do I go into? Lickitung, the licks are double resisted, but at the same time, Toxapex does not really appreciate a drill run. It could take it, but it doesn't really like it. I think I go into Toxapex though. I do go into Toxapex because I'm thinking, well, so many trainers run Froslass, so I'd rather have the Lickitung on the Froslass if that's in fact what they have in the back. Yes, I'll be hit with these drill runs, but I could still take them. I could take a couple of them, so that's why I went into the Toxapex. But again, this was the first set I played with this team, so probably could play it a little bit better, but I'm just giving you my reasoning behind some of the moves I made. Lanturn is coming in, so it's actually good that I went in with Toxapex. I'm going for Sludge Wave. I actually do make the Sludge Wave, which is really nice. So I do get off this Sludge Wave. And that is totally fine. Gonna bring in this Lickitung right now. And yeah, just gonna take these attacks. Thunderbolt, doesn't matter. I can take Thunderbolt. It is, in fact, a Thunderbolt as expected, right? So my opponent is gonna go ahead and get off an attack right now. It's gonna be another Thunderbolt, I think. It is, but able to take it. Can't take another one though. Out comes Deoxys. They do throw the move. Nice play, nice combo play. So I do go ahead and shield with my Lickitung, right? It is Psycho Boost, and I'm gonna go ahead and switch. But it was a CMP tie. But I do get off the Body Slam, and now I bring in my Hypno. My opponent still has a shield. My opponent will get off an attack, but if it's a Psycho Boost, it's not going to KO me because they are double debuffed, and it is, in fact, one. So I do have a move. Let's get it. I go for the Thunder Punch right now. That Lanturn is low, and do I get to another one? I actually get to another one. Crazy enough, Hypno is a tank. This is a rank 84. Now, to be fair, if they didn't lag in the beginning, I may have lost this one. I'm probably leaning towards losing, unless if it was visual lag, but they didn't actually lag. But no, I think they lagged. My apologies, my friend. But either way, I do get the 4-1 to start things off. As I said, I'm in the 2700s. And that is going to be a great video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. It is so good to be back. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.